4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
A very pleasant evening to all of you. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all. Your presence makes us very happy. A charming woman doesn't follow the crowd, she is herself, says Loretta. I am Ms. Chandni Roshni, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Guru Shree Shantivijai Jain College for Women. I am honored to render my heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Glyn Mutali, finance expert and business advisory consultant, Maladi, Africa. Welcome, sir. And I also welcome all the faculty members and my fellow students for today's international webinar titled Recent Trends and Future Women Entrepreneurs, organized by Department of Economics in association with Center for Women Empowerment, Guru Sri Shanti Vijay Jain College for Women. Man is made by his belief, as he believes, so he is, says Bhagavad Gita. Prayer gives us power and positivity. Let us commence this informative and beneficial session by seeking the Almighty's blessings. A warm welcome makes the program more special. It is a privilege to extend a cordial welcome. May I request Dr. Yashoda Margaret, Head Department of Economics, to render a gracious welcome and read the credentials of our chief guest.
A very good evening to all. On behalf of Department of Economics and Center for Women Empowerment Cell, GSS Jain College, I welcome all the participants for this 2 days international webinar. First and foremost, I thank the Lord Almighty for creating this day. I also thank our management, our honorable correspondent, and honorable principal for giving us this opportunity to organize this 2 days international webinar on the topic gender disparities in economic activities and recent trends and future women entrepreneurs. In this special occasion, it's my pleasure to welcome our honorable resource person, Mr. Glyn Muntali, finance expert and business advisory consultant, Malawi. On behalf of our college, we are thankful to you for devoting your valuable time for our students. Definitely, our students would be benefited by your thought-provoking lectures, sir. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our honorable correspondent, Dr. Gautam P. Weiser, and honorable principal, Dr. M.K. Malidi ma'am, and vice principal, Dr. Sisli ma'am. I wholeheartedly welcome Ms. Chandini Rosini, assistant professor, Department of Economics, and I also would like to welcome student secretary of Economics Associations and Center for Women Empowerment for this webinar. I hope this webinar would be very helpful to all the participants, especially our college students, to have further familiarity in gender disparities. So I welcome all the participants for this webinar. Now let me introduce our chief guest. Mr. Glenn Muntali is an entrepreneur, knowledgeable and experienced accountant, finance expert, and business advisory consultant. He has over 8 years of progressive work experience in budgeting, financial management, training, auditing, risk assessment, and administration with higher level understanding on private sector, government, and NGOs, financial management procedure and structure. He is a PhD scholar, DMA Eugene University of Zambia, and MBA in Financial Management from Mahatma Gandhi University, professional level of ACCA, and Bachelor of Accounting and Finance, Diploma in Accounting, Diploma in Project Management, and Certificate in Accounting. He has an experience in financial reporting, an expert in auditing, risk management, compliance assurance, asset management, and excellent skills in simplifying information. His drive for quality research has motivated him to learn various aspects of finance, accounting, and management. He possesses an extensive knowledge of donor rules and regulations, professional accounting standards, professional auditing standards, local accounting, and tax requirements. He has an in depth understanding of accounting software packages such as QuickBook Enterprise, Sage Line 1000, Microsoft packages, Sun System accounting packages. We are very honored by your presence on this occasion, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. May I take the pleasure of requesting our chief guest, Dr. Glenn Muntali, sir, to deliver the speech and enlighten our minds.
Oh, thank you so much, uh, doctors, professors,
So your video is
management.
not visible, sir.
Sorry,
Your video is not visible, sir.
are you able to hear me?
Yeah, you're audible. Actually, your video is not visible, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, the video. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you so much, doctors, professors, and the entire management. First of all, I would want to thank the management for extending the invitation to me to be part and parcel of this important webinar where we're looking at recent trends and future women entrepreneurs. I don't take it for granted. I have to thank God for this to be part of this platform. My name is Glenn Montari. As as the doctor has already introduced, I am from Malawi. Malawi is in Africa. We call it the warm heart of Africa. That's where I am. So I'll be with you this evening. Of course, here it's afternoon. That side is evening. I know. This is here. It's around 6 minutes past 2. So it's still afternoon. So thank you so much, and I welcome you all to this important webinar. Feel free to contribute, ask questions, and also respond to some of the questions. Thank you so much. Our our topic this afternoon is recent trends and future entrepreneurs, the future women entrepreneurs. So under this webinar, we're going to look at a number of issues. Now, first of all, we would want to look at recent trends in entrepreneurship. We'd want to look at some of the contributions women have done in the entrepreneurship journey worldwide. Then one also want to look at what are the factors that have contributed to that trend. Then we're also going to look at though a number of women have achieved a number of things in as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, but there are also a number of challenges that women are still facing and women will still face, and what are these challenges? And having looked at the challenges, we're also going to look at what could be some of the solutions that we can put forward so that our women are empowered, are helped, so that they're able to achieve the objectives of the entrepreneurial journey. So and also going to look at some of the women worldwide who have achieved a number of things in entrepreneurship. So that's what we're going to look at. Now, I would want to introduce my lecture or my presentation by looking at a few quotes. The first one is they say there is something so special about a woman who dominates in a man's world. It takes a certain grace, strength, intelligence, fearlessness, and the nerve to never take no for an answer. This was a quote by Rihanna. Now they're looking at a woman who is in the entrepreneurship journey, and the Lord they pray, and there is something that is very special. You know, we are in a world that is dominated by men. Now, to find a woman who is into entrepreneurship journey, it sometimes becomes difficult, but it takes a certain grace, strength, intelligence, fearlessness, and nerve to take no never to take no for an answer. So those who don't take no for an answer, they always flourish. Now, secondly, they say we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. So, as women who are into entrepreneur journey, the journey is tough. There are so many setbacks. There are so many stumbling blocks, but we are encouraged that though we're going to meet those stumbling blocks, we we may get defeated at some point. We may encounter defeats at some point, but our role is to make sure that we don't get defeated. We strive, we fight, and at the end of the day, we get what we intend to get. We reach the point where we want to reach in our entrepreneurship journey. The other quote is you educate a man, you educate a man. Full stop. When a man gets educated, a man is educated, full stop. But if you educate a woman, you educate a generation. So when a woman gets educated, you are very much assured that a generation is going to be educated. Through that woman, there will be a lot of people who are going to be educated. Women are very good teachers. Women are the people who are always close to their children, and they always take care of their children. They give them a number of advice in a number of areas. So I just wanted you to appreciate the quotes and get encouraged that you can do more. Yeah, thank you. Now, I would want to look at, we're living in a world, in a male-dominated world, where men are considered as very important segment. That's how it is, but which to me is not what's supposed to be. Now, we are living in a male-dominated world where most positions are taken by male. Now, in that world where male are dominating, sometimes to be a female entrepreneur is a tough journey, at the same time, an incredible life choice. So, the women, the entrepreneurs, those who engage in entrepreneurship in this region where we have too many men dominating, it is a very tough choice, but an incredible decision. So we need to look into that as well. At some time, uh, if you look at research, you find that there is, in most developed countries, the convergence between male and female workers has become more and more balanced. The inequality gap is still significant and progress slow, though we are fighting for equality, gender equality. We're fighting for women involvement, but still more of us in developed nations. They have tried to achieve that, but still more the gap is still significant, and still more the progress is a bit slow. So that means we still have to do more to cultivate more in the entrepreneurship journey so that our women are able to achieve what they intend to achieve. The other thing is when you look at around the world, you find that women have been starting. The research also says that women have been starting businesses almost 1.5 times faster than men, which means women in some countries, in some areas, women in some sectors, women are very active in starting businesses over the last decade. But still more, they don't. The average make yet women on average they make less than 20% less than men, and 95% of women will rarely make over $100,000 per year. So this is a problem. Women, they're trying their best to engage into entrepreneurship. They start businesses, but they still have some problems which we need to outline, and we need to find solution, and we need to empower them. We need to make them feel that they're wanted. That people, the, the people who contribute a lot, that people who are very important in entrepreneurship journey. So it also has been reported that women businesses are failing faster than men's. So there should be reasons why businesses are failing. Why is it that women business are failing more than those that are men? So there should be reasons that we need to discuss. So the question that we need to understand is, why is it hard for men, not for women? Now, we cannot discuss, or we cannot talk about women recent trends in entrepreneurship or future women entrepreneurs before looking at the concept of entrepreneurship. We have to define that and relate to women entrepreneurship, and now look at the trends and what have we. Now, when we look at entrepreneurship, in other words, well, it's a process of starting, it's a process of creating something new with value by devoting the necessary time and effort, assuming the financial, social, psychological risk, and receiving the resulting rewards of monetary, personal satisfaction, and independence. So, entrepreneurship is a process that women have to take. And that process, if you look at the definition, you find that that process has to go through four aspects. Now, what are these aspects? In entrepreneurship, you create something new, then you have to look at the risks. And then you need the resulting side should be satisfaction and independence. Now, the first aspect is that entrepreneurship involves creation process. So you need to create, or you need to invent something. So when you invent something new, uh, that something that you have invented, that's the creation process. Now, that something that you have invented must be able to add value to the entrepreneur, the inventor. At the same time, it also has to add value to the target audience or market for which it was developed. So, a product that you invent should bring you money. That's adding value to your life because you're an entrepreneur, and should bring a solution to those that are looking for a solution. So, if you want to invent um, sustainable charcoal to replace illegal charcoal, that means you have to have that charcoal should bring you money, or those briquettes should bring you money, and should offer solution to those that are looking for solution. So that's the first thing. So it's about creation. So creation, after creating, they say entrepreneurship is more of an innovation where you're looking at you create something, you commercialize it, and so invention or creation and commercialization will give you what you call innovation. So whatever you create should be able to add value, should able to sell on the market and bring you money. At the same time, should bring solution to those looking for solution. The second aspect is of entrepreneurship requires what we call investment of time and effort. So it's not just about creating something, but entrepreneurship is a journey that takes a little bit of time. So time should be involved. You have to devote your time in that particular product, and also your effort should be put in place so that you are able to achieve what you intend to achieve. Because if you don't put time, then you won't be able to reach the target or to achieve the intended purposes. So time is very important. Effort is very important in the entrepreneurship journey. At the same time, you also have to know that time. May you go back a bit? Yeah. So the third part is the reward, whereby there should be you have to be rewarded. It has to bring you money, and that reward should be defined by independency and personal satisfaction. So you have to be satisfied that I have achieved what I wanted, and you have to be financially independent. So that, yeah. So the final stage of the definition is the risk. The entrepreneurship journey has risks. So the risks have to be taken into consideration. You have to find ways of overcoming risks and able to achieve the goals. Yeah. Okay, move on. So now, we're talking about future women entrepreneurs, and we're talking about recent trend in entrepreneurship. Now, we need to know look at women entrepreneurship, where basically refer to a process where women are able to start their businesses, manage them, grow them, along with all associated risks and rewards. So, a woman, as we're talking here, women are busy discussing business ideas. They are busy sharing profits. Some are busy looking for capital. Some are busy trying to find mentors. Some are busy trying to get mentored. Some are busy resolving issues in their businesses. So, as we said, we'll be looking at some businesses. Some women are into business, are entrepreneurship. Some are not sure of what to start. So, we encourage that we need to have women entrepreneurship. So women should be able to start businesses, manage them, and grow them. Now, the process where women are able to start their businesses and attain their industry entrepreneurship goals, we looking at women being able to attain what we call entrepreneurial capabilities. So women that are doing business now, those who are planning to do business, they are there. They are, what we say is they have attained what we call entrepreneurial capabilities. Now, these entrepreneurial capabilities involves a few things. One, the ability to sense opportunities. So some of women are able to sense opportunities and mobilize those for for the attaining success of in the pursuit. Some are there or looking at the ability to make competent plans. So women should be able to make competent plans. We say those who are making competent plans, we say they have entrepreneurial capabilities and prompt and sound decisions. Women should be capable to take calculated, moderate risks and initiate new ventures. They should be able to take risk and start new business. Women should be innovative, imaginative, and prepared to sacrifice. So, at the same time, we're saying women should be intelligent and hardworking. Now, so at the same time, women should also have managerial ability to generate profits. So women who are able to start businesses, those are into entrepreneurship, those who plan to be entrepreneurship, we expect them to have the entrepreneurial capabilities that will enable them to um, start their businesses, manage their businesses, to sense opportunities, to mobilize, to able to network with other people, able to make plans that are competent, and able to make prompt and sound decisions about their businesses and take risks, and also be innovative, imaginative, and prepared to sacrifice. Thank you. Now, let's look at an overview of recent trends in women entrepreneurs. Now, globally, research shows that we have over 582 million entrepreneurs in the world. That's according to Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. Now, out of 582 entrepreneurs that we have, they're over, because as we're talking now, someone is at the registrar's office registering a company. As we're talking now, some people are making decisions. Also, they're over that figure. So, so we find that people are doing businesses. Out of that, 274 million entrepreneurs are women. This represents about 48%. Now, this figure has moved from 254 million in 2022. In 2022, it was about 254, but now it has moved to 274. What does that mean? That means a number of women have ventured into entrepreneurship. A number of women are starting businesses. They're trying, because 47% is a good number. So they are trying to have their companies. Now, however, the report also shows, though women are trying, but the report also shows that uh, startups rates for women have actually recently dropped. They recently dropped from by 15% from 2019 to 2020, and it was held constant in 2021. So you can look at, in the past, there was a huge dropout of about 15%, but now we're saying the figures have improved. And sometimes women are experiencing sharper decline than men in the intention to start businesses within 3 years and overall startup in 2020, but not in the middle income countries. So what I'm saying is women are also experiencing sharper decline than men. So most of their businesses, sometimes to um, they fail to get they start, but within 3 years you find that they come down. They don't actually go ahead. They face a number of challenges that results into them failing to get to where they're supposed to get. So a good numbers are starting businesses, but these women are facing a number of challenges that we need to intervene, we need to discuss, and we need to help them so that they're able to overcome those challenges and able to compete and able to say, we should be able to sit and say women and men's business are failing more than women, other than just saying women's business are failing within 3 years. Some of them they just exist for 3 years, 2 years. No, that should come to an end, because we need to empower women, and we need to make sure that the future women entrepreneurs should have all the knowledge, all the skills, all the experience that can help them to start their businesses, move forward, and achieve their goals in their businesses. Um, Globally, women represent about 1 in 3 high growth entrepreneurs and 1 in 3 innovation entrepreneurs focused on national and international markets. So, out of three, only one woman is in high growth is a high growth entrepreneur. One women out of 3 is an innovation entrepreneur focusing on national and international. So that also has to change. There's something that we need to do to improve that. Thank you. Now, we have seen that there have been an improvement in terms of the figures from 2019, 2020, and up to date. There have been some um, changes. There have been women have experienced growth in terms of starting the business, managing the business. We've had a number of women coming in, starting their businesses, growing their businesses, managing the businesses, achieving the goals. Now, so we're saying the statistics shows that there's been an increase in number of women entrepreneurs, and what could be the reason? One is education. Over the years, more women have gained access to quality education and higher levels of education. So women have increased the level of understanding, a level of education. They've been to know there are some countries or some cultures that prevent women or do not give equal access to between men and women when it comes to education. Or there are some cultures that bar women from taking serious, or women from being very active in terms of education. Some cultures prefer educating men even at the expense of women. But over the years, things have changed. Women have been, well, we have experienced a number of graduates in colleges, and we have seen a number of colleges opening just to empower women so that women are able to attain the academic um, knowledge that requires. And this education has helped them to make sound and prompt decision in entrepreneurship. The education has helped them to find ways or business ideas. The education has helped them to find ways of mitigating some of the risk that they may come across in the entrepreneurial journey. So women have been provided with necessary knowledge, skills, and even the confidence to start their own businesses. So education has equipped women with management skills, financial literacy, and actually a broad of understanding of the business um, journey. So education has played a role. That's the reason why we have increased in number of women starting their businesses. And now the other factor is networking. So women, there have been efforts have been made to address some disparities that were there, barring women from participating, networking with other women, networking with other uh, high-profile men who actually would help them, who would mentor them, who would help them to give them knowledge and skills that is needed for their entrepreneurial journey. So women have been able to create uh, entrepreneurship networks, industry associations, mentorship programs, and platform for knowledge sharing and collaboration. There are some countries that have been, or some areas, they actually come together and celebrate every achievement that a woman has achieved. If a woman start a business, achieve something, so they celebrate. That has encouraged people. Women are coming together, sharing funding opportunities, sharing skills, sharing uh, some of the things that business ideas that someone could take up when you are looking at entrepreneurship journey. Now, the other one is funding opportunities. So availability of funding opportunities has a significant impact on the growth of women. Women have been exposed to funding opportunities. There are some organizations or some institutions that promote women. So there are specific funds that are directed or channeled to women empowerment, women entrepreneurship, and that has also contributed to a growth in a number of women that are pursuing entrepreneurship. Uh, there are a number of factors, but we just want to sample a few of those factors. Thank you. Though we're saying women, that there has been growth in women empowerment. Okay, in women entrepreneurship, women are able to start businesses. The numbers growing, but though the numbers growing, but our women are still facing a number of challenges in entrepreneurship journey. Now, if you don't resolve those challenges, what will happen is these women, the number will drop, or else they will remain they will not go move forward, or they'll be stagnant because we're not addressing some of the challenges that are facing. So we cannot talk about recent. So in the recent trend, there are growth that we've talked about, and there are also challenges that we need to address. Now, some of the challenges are as follows: we have gender bias and discrimination. Uh, in some areas, in some cultures across the world, women are still facing gender discrimination in the business world, which can hinder their professional growth and access to resources. Some people still they don't accept that women can start their businesses, they can manage their businesses and make profit and feed the family. They think a man is only a person who is capable of doing that. So we're saying those gender bias and discrimination are still a stumbling block to women, to the growth of women entrepreneurs. The other thing is limited access to capital and funding. Still, though there have been networking, but some areas or some countries and nations across the world, women are still struggling to access capital and funding as they face more difficulty in securing loans or investment as compared to their male counterparts. Male can easily get investment or can easily get funded, but our women are still facing challenges that we need to address. Uh, the other thing is balancing work and family responsibilities. Women have to work in their businesses, they have their own work, they have to go to family, they have their responsibilities. Some culture they say women have to cook, have to do all the household chores. Uh, so women who spend much, it becomes difficult to divide work, family responsibilities, and work. So that is a challenge that we need to look into and consider when we are trying to empower our women, when we're looking at to where we are, where we need to be, and what progress has been done so far. So that has to be there. Some countries still lack networks and mentorship opportunities, though we're saying there have been networks, but still more, some corners, some areas, you find that because we're looking at worldwide data. But now, if you go into specifics, you find that some countries are still having difficulties to access network. There's no network. At the same time, they lack mentorship opportunities. So that becomes a problem when it comes to entrepreneurship journey. So we're saying that's another challenge. Uh, the stereotypes and self-doubt. Some women still more they don't have confidence about themselves. They don't feel empowered, maybe because of what they're going through, or because of the society they're coming from, because of the cultural backgrounds. But they still feel like they can't be at par with men, or they can't have the same intelligence or the same wisdom, the same knowledge that men have. So they lack what we call self-confidence. They don't have confidence, and this hinders their success. They can't succeed if they don't have the confidence. So that becomes a challenge. So these are some of the challenges that we need to consider. I know different nations we may have different challenges because we have different we're passing into different entrepreneurial environment, but generally these are some of the things that our women are facing that we need to solve. So we can move on to what are the solutions that we need to put forward to this. Now, what solutions should we put forward? So those countries, those nations, those women that are still facing uh, gender issues, gender bias or discrimination, we encourage them to actually engage in what we call gender equality. So we should encourage this of gender equality. How is it? How can that be encouraged? That can be done through policies and initiatives that promote inclusivity, such as mentorship programs and networking opportunities. So, in our institutions, in our companies, in our organizations, wherever we are, let us ensure that we have gender equality issues, policies that are done deliberately to promote or to empower women who would want to become entrepreneurs. Then we need to provide financial support and the resources. This financial support and resources should specifically go to women. Those have to provide funding to our women. We have to provide grants to our women so that a female entrepreneur is motivated, is encouraged, is empowered to do more in the society. So we have to educate women about funding opportunities or funding options, and please provide assistance in navigating the funding process so that we are able to help our women. Even fellow women are supposed to do that to their fellow women. But there are some women that they feel like, okay, they have knowledge, they know everything, but they don't want to encourage others. So what we're saying is, within the network, within this knowledge that we have, please encourage um, our friends to. We should encourage our friends. We should share the knowledge of friends, share opportunities with friends, so that they're able to attain what they don't attain. Now, we have to encourage policies such as flexible working hours, paid maternity leave, and affordable childcare options to support women entrepreneurs. Now, we said women sometimes they face problems when it comes to balancing up work and family responsibilities. At work, they're needed, the family needs them, the businesses also need them. So we need to give them flexible working hours. Women should be given opportunity to work within the flexible hours, which is very, very important. Then we have to establish mentorship programs and network specifically for women. The number of organizations worldwide in different countries that are there to motivate or to bring women together so that they're able to network, they're able to share skills, they're able to share experiences, they're able to share financial opportunities, they're able to share um, success stories, how someone managed to achieve to get where they are. So by listening those stories, by bringing women together, we are able to promote those that feel they can't do. So by telling a story about what you've achieved, how you have what you have achieved, and how you achieved them, it will make someone get encouraged and do more and work hard because there is a motivation that will act as a motivation to them. Then we have to promote positive role models and celebrate achievement of women entrepreneurs. So every achievement that entrepreneurs are or women are getting, let us celebrate that so that we're able to bring more women into entrepreneurship so that the number that we have today should increase. So having looked at those solutions, we should be able to overcome the challenges and we should be able to bring more future women entrepreneurs because we have policies today that will bar discriminations. We have mentorship programs today that will help our girls to actually understand entrepreneurship and also be able to start their businesses at that particular age and manage them and overcome the challenges. So we should be able to do that if we want to have more future women entrepreneurs. Thank you. So we can move on to examples of successful women entrepreneurs. There are a number of women that have done a lot of work that we can get encouraged. If these women manage to do this or to reach where they are or to achieve what they achieved, what it means is we can do more. We can also get there. So I just wanted to say that. So we have women who have done great or a founder of Spanx, a billionaire or $1 billion shapewear company. We have the Oprah Winfrey, media mogul and entrepreneur. Those are great names. We have Indranoi, former CEO of Peps. Those are influential business women. Gitanjari, those are women that have achieved a lot in this world in as far as entrepreneurship journey is concerned. So how did they start? Why did they start? What motivated them? If they did that, uh, what can make us fail to do that? We have the capability. We can do even more than what they achieved. So our goal is to understand how they achieved what they achieved. If they manage to hold big positions, we can do the same. We have to lead their story. We have to understand their story. We have to get motivated. We have to empower women that they should be able to achieve even more than what these uh, 10 ladies or women achieved in their entrepreneurship journey. So I want to sample some of the women that have done a greater job in entrepreneurship, and we should be able to get encouraged. If they did, we can do it. Now, how do we get more entrepreneurs in the future? The solution to get more entrepreneurs in the future is to um, develop what we call, to come up with what we call women entrepreneurship. So, as a solution to what we call future women entrepreneurs, the entrepreneurs we have today are not enough. We need to bring more entrepreneurs. So, for us to bring more entrepreneurs, for us to motivate, we need to have an entrepreneurship development program as a solution to future women entrepreneurs. Now, when you talk about entrepreneurship development, we're looking at the process of we're looking at the process of enhancing entrepreneurial the process of enhancing entrepreneurial skills and knowledge through structured training and institutional building programs in women entrepreneurs. So we need to have deliberate um, programs, even in our colleges, universities. There should be deliberate programs that will bring what we call, or that will enhance entrepreneurial skills and knowledge in our women entrepreneurs. So our students, our friends, our women should be able to start learning or start gaining skills or knowledge about entrepreneurship, even in secondary school or in primary school or university, first year university. They should be able to understand what is it that I need to know about entrepreneurship. So this we need. It also involves to enlarge the base of women entrepreneurs in order to hasten the pace at which new ventures are created by women. So we need to create an environment where new ventures can be created, or we should have a base of and we should enlarge a base. If I have 5 entrepreneurs, let's get more 5 or more 3 or more 2, so that the base is increasing. Then uh, new ventures should start so that we increase the base. Now, this can be achieved by 3 things. One, we should bring in what we call stimulating activities. Something should stimulate someone to someone should provoke, should actually make someone feel like I need to start a business, I need to start something, I need to manage my own business. So this encompasses entrepreneurial education, provision of entrepreneurial opportunities, and guidance to women. Women should be guided. Opportunities should be shared to women so that they're able to be stimulated, are able to it should able to help them start their own ventures or new ventures. We need to bring in what we call supporting activities. So we're looking at those which enable the entrepreneurs in setting up and running the enterprise successfully. Starting a new venture is not difficult, but now there should be other activities that will help, that will support that venture to achieve its what objective. So there should be, in the entrepreneurship development, there should be a component of supporting activities uh, that will help those which enable the entrepreneurs that should help those in setting up and running enterprise successfully. So there should be supporting, for example, you should be able to tell them what are the legal issues in the entrepreneurship journey. If you start a company, you have to pay taxes, and what are the rates? Why do you pay taxes? If you start a company, you have to comply with maybe Employment Act. If you're employing people, you have to comply with a number of the Companies Act. You have to go. So there are a number of supporting activities that will help issues of compliance, that will help that business, that woman, to comply and make sure that they succeed in the entrepreneurship journey. Sustaining activities. This include the challenge of actual operations. So when you start an entrepreneur journey, you need to finish it, which is very important. Thank you so much. We have looked at a number of things. I hope you have enjoyed the presentation. It's time if we have questions, we can bring forward questions so that we can share skills. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Interaction is an opportunity to learn more. Now, the session for interaction, I request the spectators to type your queries in the YouTube live chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a question, sir. How can a woman overcome the problem of financial support? Because the main problem to start a business is money.
Okay, so say, how can a woman overcome a problem of financial support? Because the main problem to start a business is money. Some people say, thank you for the question. Some people say you can start a business by using other people's money. So you don't always need money to start a business, but you can use other people's money. For example, if you want to start a restaurant business at a university or a college, you can ask for orders. People can order in advance, and they make 50% payment. So you use that money to buy ingredients and bring them food. You sell them. You've started a business. Two, you can look at networking. That's why we're looking at networking. Sometimes you don't have money because you don't know where to get money. So networking will help us to share opportunities and be able to understand where to get money. So yeah, that's why we're talking of networking. Women should network so that we're able to share. Thank you.
Next question, sir. To be a successful woman entrepreneur, various factors has to be played, right? Then for men. So my question to you is whether it is worth to focus on women development rather than men.
Okay, to be a successful woman, entrepreneurs has to be prayed like. Of course, for a woman to be a successful entrepreneur, the question is whether we should focus on women development rather than men. We can focus on both. What we are saying is we're living in a society where men are dominating. Now, because men are dominating, men have more opportunities than women because of our cultural background. Some businesses, they say, some cultures bar women from starting their businesses. So in such scenario, you need to empower a woman so that the woman is empowered and they feels empowered to start a business. Or at some time, empowering a woman enough is not enough, but there are some men who are also face challenges in terms of entrepreneurship development. So sometimes if you empower a man as well, in a society where we're saying we have to do things together, that man that we empower can also empower women. So I would focus on empowering both. However, our main focus should be on women because face more challenges than men. But we should not sideline men. We can also empower them because by empowering them, they will also be able to empower some women in their societies. Thank you.
Next question. What are the challenges women entrepreneurs face?
Uh, we are looking at where to get finances. Funding could be a challenge. You might have a business idea, but you might not be able to get capital. You might have an opportunity where to get capital, but you are unable to align your business idea. You are unable to present your idea very well. That can also be a problem. So convincing the financier or the funders can also be a problem, even if you're exposed to opportunities. Or finding an opportunity is also a problem. So funding is a problem, one of the challenges. Two, it could be skills. That's why we need to network. Because if I'm an accountant, I want to venture into sustainable energy. I need to network with someone who has knowledge in sustainable energy. So management of business management is also another challenge. So that's why we are bringing in the issue of what networking. People should network.
Any other questions,
Uh-huh.
viewers?
Sorry,
That's all with the questions, sir.
that's all.
Yeah, that's all with the questions. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
We cannot do great things on this earth, only small things with great love, says Mother Teresa. Saying thank you is more than good manners, it is good spirituality. May I call upon Ms. Nishanti, uh, Assistant Student Department Secretary of Economics, Foreign Beyond Books, to propose the vote of thanks.
Gracious evening to one and all gathered here. I am MP Nishanti, pursuing second year Bachelor of Commerce, Shift 1. On behalf of Guru Shree Shantivijai Jain College for Women, I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this 2 days international webinar. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's webinar a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Glenn Muntali, finance expert and business advisory consultant, Malawi, Africa, who, despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. And I express my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Secretary and correspondent Dr. Gautam P. White, sir, for his able guidance as always encouraged us. I thank him for his kindness, hospitality, interest, and continuous support. I owe special thanks gratitude to our well-wisher Principal Dr. M.K. Malati ma'am for support, vision, and commitment. My heartfelt thanks to Vice Principal Dr. S. Cicely ma'am for her words of encouragement. My special gratitude to HOD Department of Economics Dr. Yashoda Margaret ma'am for organizing 2 days international webinar, and I also thank Ms. Chandani Roshini ma'am, Assistant Professor of Economics, for her contribution and guidance and all her efforts. I thank all the invitees present here accepting our invitation. Last but not the least, I thank all my comrades for your cooperation in making this webinar a resounding success. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's complete with the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे
So we'll have a small photo session. Ma'am, turn on your camera. Yashoda ma'am. Nishanti? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.